Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth connected.
So, praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, the Most High God of Israel, whose true name is Yahweh, and the name of Yahweh Shah, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. We come out here to let you know that the Israelis over there in Israel are not the real Jews. They are not the biblical Israelites. They are imposters. They stole the land of Israel, just like how the white man stole the land of America, which gives all these other nations the privilege to come and open up stores in your ghettos. Right? The land of Israel is occupied by another nation. They are not occupied by the biblical Israelites. And that's why you see Israel getting bombed right now. This is all the doing of the Most High. This is all the promise of the Most High. So yesterday, while America was celebrating Columbus Day, the man who committed the most inhumane acts, so it's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, so it's any people on this earth. Christopher Columbus, that America celebrates and commemorates every year, did the most heinous acts to a group of people. And that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And the European, Caucasian, white man, woman, and child, they celebrate this devil called Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus is a great white hope to this white nation. So while y'all celebrating Christopher Columbus Day, we got Hamas, Gaza, and Israel getting bombed. And we give all praise to the Most High for that. Let me get Exodus 15:3. We give all praise. We rejoice in this. We rejoice in seeing war in the Middle East. Right? Not only do you got Ukraine and Russia going to war, you got China and Taiwan stirring it up. You got North Korea and South Korea stirring things up. Then you got Hamas and Israel fighting in Palestine and Gaza. And Iran is about to get involved. And America just sent the biggest warship to the Middle East with 35 fighter jets and a bunch of young people who's fighting for the army. Right? If there ain't no hope in that war, man, all these nations going to lose. All these nations going to lose so that we could win. And the Most High promised that to us. Bring that up.
Exodus 15, verse 3 in the KJV. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
Right? The Lord, the God of this Bible is a God of war. That's why we see the Middle East getting bombed, man. That's why we see the white man's rulership fall. That's why we see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians coming back to the commandments so that we can be gathered up and brought back into the land. But in order for us to get brought back into the land, the current inhabitants of that land has to leave. And the Most High is making it happen as he promised. Let me get Isaiah 2:2, KJV. Everything that's happening in the world is written in the Bible. What's up? All praise to the Most High. Check him out. Y'all been rocking how about check out shop. Good to see you, man. All praise. Right, everything happening in Israel right now It's all preparing for the real Israelites to go back into the land. Right? Because if they was the real Jews, then this would have happened when they got into the land. Bring that up.
Isaiah 2:2 in the KJV. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Right? The Israel will be the number one place to go. Israel will be the superpower of this earth. But we see America being the superpower of this earth. And that ain't, we ain't in the last days. Right? Keep going.
And shall be established above the hills, and all the nations shall flow unto it.
Right? All the nations. If the real Jews, if the people in the land of Israel were the real Jews, then all nations will be going to the land of Israel. Why would they be going there? Keep going.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Right? Every nation will want to go to Israel for what?
To the house of the God of Jacob.
Right?
And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Right? But if the real Jews were in Israel right now, then every nation will be going to Israel to learn the law, statutes, and commandments. But we see the biggest gay parade in the land of Israel, which is against the Most High. What's up, King? Right? The Most High not dealing with homosexuality. So if the real Jews was in the land, then they will be keeping the law, and they will be teaching all nations on this earth to keep the law. But we see that nobody cares about the laws of God. According to the world, the laws of God is done away with. So keep going.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Right, out of Zion, out of the children of Israel shall go forth the law. So if those people was in the land, the fake Jewish people, right, if they were the real Jews, right, they will be enforcing the law on this earth. But that's not happening. Right, keep going.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations.
Right? Israel will be judging among the nations. But we see Israel getting judged by the Most High. Right? Keep going.
And shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
If the real Jews was in the land, then all nations will be beating their swords into plowshares. So instead of having weapons, we will be having instruments to plant crops. We will be destroying all weapons and growing, right? But we see war in Israel. Keep going.
And their spears into pruning hooks.
They'll turn their weapons into instruments, into tools, so that we can grow. But we see war in Israel. Keep going.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
If the real Jews was in the land, there will be no war in Israel. Right? But we see the two major religions in this world, right? We got Islam, right? And we got Judaism. Right? These two groups of people are supposedly serving the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? But we see the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob not dealing with these people, right? Right? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not protecting these people. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not protecting the Jewish people, and he is not protecting the Arabs. What's up, King? All praise to the Most High. Right? So we see that they can't be the true children of God. They are bastards. They are illegitimate children occupying the land of Israel. Right? Keep on.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right? It won't be war anymore. Once the real Jews come in the land, there won't be war anymore. Right? But there has to be war. So the real Jews can get back into the land. That's the only way the fake Jews is going to get driven out the land for us to get in there. All right, let me get Joel 3:1. So before there's no more war, before we destroy all weapons, this has to happen. Bring it out.
Joel 3:1 in the KJV. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Right? In those days, the Most High is going to bring back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Keep going.
I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right? The Most High is going to gather all nations, like how we see him gathering all nations right now. And this valley of Jehoshaphat is a valley of judgment. Keep going.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Right? For his people, God's people is Israel. And the people in the land are not the real Israelites. Right? He said, Allah, you can be safe. Shalom. Right? The people in the land of Israel are not the real Jews. They are imposters. They are bastards. They are illegitimate children. That's why the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is not protecting these people. Right? Right? Read that again. Verse 2.
I will also gather all nations.
Right? The Most High gathering all nations. He gathering China. He gathering North Korea. He gathering NATO. He gathering Ukraine. He gathering Iran. He gathering Israel, the United States. This is about to be a World War III. World War III starts with a small conflict between two nations. And then everybody starts getting involved. Right? And we see today everybody getting involved to take forth in this World War III that the Bible prophesies.
Right.
Right? Keep going.
And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
All these nations will get gathered and brought into the valley of judgment. Keep going. Why?
And will plead with them there for my people, heritage of Israel.
Right? The Most High is going to bring all these nations in a valley of judgment so that he can plead with these nations for his people Israel. His inheritance, his heritage Israel. Keep going.
Whom they have scattered among the nations.
Right? Whom these nations scattered us. Right? The Israelites, the real Israelites won't be in the land of Israel. We'll be scattered amongst all the nations. Keep going.
And parted my land.
Right?
And they have cast lots for my people.
Right? Every nation cast lots for our people, man. They was rolling dice for our children, for our ancestors, man. They was selling our kids for a bottle of wine. They was giving our sons and our daughters for a prostitute. Keep going.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
Right? They gave our sons for a prostitute. Right? Keep going.
And sold a girl for wine.
They sold our kids for wine. That's what the white man did. The white man took the land of Israel and they took America. Right? Right? They stole our land, man. Keep going.
That they might drink. Ye, and what have ye to do with me? O Tyre and coast of Palestine.
Right? O Tyre and Zidon and the coast of Palestine. What do these Palestinians have to do with the Most High? Why is the Most High bombing Palestine, Gaza, Hamas, and Iran about to get involved too? Right? Why is the Most High destroying Palestine? Because the original inhabitants of Palestine will be the Africans, will be the Hamites, the Canaanites. And the Canaanites, the Africans, sold African Americans to the Grecians. Africans, not African Americans, Africans sold the Negroes to the Grecians, who are white people. Right? That's why Palestine getting fucked up. Keep going.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Go ahead.
And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So now, since they sold us right into captivity, the Most High is going to refund them back. For everything they did to us, the Most High is about to refund these people back. Right? Keep going.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold,
right?
And have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Right, the Africans sold you African Americans to the Grecians, to the white man. That is the original inhabitants of Palestine. That's why Palestine is getting rocked right now. That's why Palestine is receiving the judgment that it's receiving. This is all biblical prophecy. And our people don't care. Everybody gonna go on with their day until it's the last minute. Until you ain't got no opportunity to turn back and correct your life, man. Right? Right, keep going.
And ye might remove them far from their border.
Right? The Africans sold the African Americans to the Christians, to the white man, that they removed us far from our border. They removed us far from Israel. Right? The true Israelites, the biblical Israelites, are not in the land. So they are imposters. Those are illegitimate children. Right? And they're getting bombed. All praise to the Most High. This is why we rejoice in this, man. That's why we drink wine in a day like this, man. We are happy to see these prophecies come to pass because the more that happens, the closer we get. Keep going.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them.
Right? The Israelites, the real Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are going to get risen out of the place where these Africans and these Grecians sold us. Keep going.
And will return your recompense upon your own head.
Right? They're going to get refunded. Everything they did to us, they're going to get back double. Right? So we see war coming. Right? Before there's no more war, there has to be a war. And right now, this war is taking place. World War III is happening so blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can go back to the motherland, to their true land. And the only way you can assure your spot in this kingdom is by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments and turning from your ways today, man. The time of repentance now. We ain't out here for money. We out here to get that position in that kingdom. Right? Keep going.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
So the inhabitants of Palestine and the inhabitants and the Grecians, their children will get sold to the Judites. Right? This is what karma, this is what justice looks like.
Right?
Like this has to happen before the real Jews go back into the land. Keep going.
And they shall sell them to the Sabians.
Right? The Judites will sell their kids. Just like how they sold our kids, the Most High promise that their kids is going to be given to us and we're going to sell their kids. Just like how they did to us. Right? That's real judgment. Y'all might not like the Most High, but I love the Most High, man. And we want to see these things come to pass. And it's coming to pass, man. We don't got to want to see it come to pass because it's happening right now. Everything that Abba Bivens been prophesying since 1969. Ever since then, wisdom has been increasing. More people have been keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. More people have been given wisdom and understanding. And we know that Russia is going to bomb America, man. And then the real Israelites, after that happens, the real Israelites going to go back into their land. Right, keep going.
So a people fall off.
Right, we're going to sell their kids so a people fall off. Right, keep going.
For the Lord have spoken it.
No, we said it.
For the Lord have spoken it.
Right, the Most High, he do everything he said he going to do. Right, he said you Negroes and Latinos was going to go to slavery on ships. You said you Negroes and Latinos was going to be sold to the white man, and the white man was going to bring you far from your borders. Right, everything the Bible said, the Grecians are the white man. Right, the Grecians are white people. The Romans are white people, man. These people that hung a black man called Christ, that y'all call Christ, were Romans. Right? The Africans sold the African Americans to the white man. It wasn't African Americans selling African Americans. That's why the Africans can come over here and open up 666 taxi cabs all over the world, man. All over the U.S., man. Keep going.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Right, proclaim this among the Gentiles. Keep going.
Prepare war.
What the Most High telling the Gentiles to do? Prepare war. Right, the Most High telling these nations to prepare war. Guess what's happening? These nations is preparing for war. Everything the Bible said that was going to happen is happening. And a lot of people want to reject this knowledge. A lot of people don't want to gain wisdom and understanding to understand the times that we're in and where we're going. Keep going.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
Right, let Russia, let Ukraine, right, let Israel, let Hamas, let Gaza, let Palestine, right, let Iran, right, let China, let Taiwan, let America prepare for war. And it's happening every day we look at the news, we're getting closer and closer to World War III. That's right. Keep going.
Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into sword,
right? If the real Jews was in the land, we'll be beating our swords into plowshares. But the Most High telling us before we get in the land, right? These nations need to beat their plowshares into swords. They need to make some weapons. If you ain't got a weapon, the Most High said, all you nations better start making them. Keep going.
and your pruning hooks into spears.
Right? Keep going.
Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
Right? The Most High said, let all these heathen gather together and prepare for war. Because they're going to fight each other in World War III, but then there's going to be a so-called black man coming from the clouds with some UFOs that the world called UFOs, and it's going to be a common threat, a common enemy, where all these nations is going to start fighting each other, and they're going to start fighting who the world calls Christ. Right? Keep going.
Because thy mighty was to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened.
Right? You heathen better wake up, man. Because Israel is coming like 3D, man. Right? We're going to pop up like 3D. We're going to end up in the land. Right? We're going to end up the superpower with the earth. And the Most High wants all these nations to gather together so that we can judge these nations. Keep going.
And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right? Come to the valley of judgment. Keep going.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Right? So to believe that the Gentiles, right, is everybody, right? The Most High say he gathering all these heathen round about. He going to bring them into the valley of judgment to judge them for what they did to the Israelites.
Wow.
See, you got to gain some wisdom and understanding before you start reading this Bible. You got to keep the commandments so that you can be given wisdom and understanding to understand what's going on here. It's World War III coming, man. All this comfortability, it's gonna be like normal day. It's gonna be a normal day for y'all when these missiles start dropping. Right? They got B-32 bombers already in the United States carrying EMP nuclear missiles. Right? These EMP nuclear missiles is to counter a nuclear attack. And this EMP is supposed to destroy the GPS system of where this nuke is supposed to target itself. Because only thing that can stop a nuke is another nuke. But we see they broke that great steel dome of Israel. Right? Palestine got through that, man. Let me get Zechariah 9:6. Matter of fact, Luke 21 and 24. This all happening for the real Jews, for the real Israelites to get back into the land. Because we waking up. We turning back to the law, statutes, and commandments. The Most High said turn back, and he going to turn back to us.
Right.
And we ain't going to have to lift a finger. The Most High going to put it in their spirit to gather themselves together and destroy each other so that we can be delivered, so that we're not burying our children no more, so that our 8-year-old kids ain't growing up to be institutionalized in these prisons.
Right.
Right? Y'all love America, man, but we want to see America get destroyed. Right? Just like the Most High promised. Bring that out.
Luke 21, verse 24 in the KJV. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
So the true Israelites is going to fall by the edge of the sword and get led away into all nations. We got scattered because the white man sold us to every nation on this earth through the transatlantic slave trade, and they still have power over a land that's not theirs. Right? It said that we was going to be led away captives to all nations. So the real Jews will not be in the land of Israel today. Because y'all are the real Jews. Y'all are kings, man. What's up? Yeah, you can come right here. You agree with most of what we're saying?
You know where the word Slav comes from, right?
Slav, it comes from slave. You're an indentured servant, so we're slaves. The original slaves were Israelites in Egypt. That's the first time you're going to see a slave. Right? You stole, but this is the thing. We can't even be slaves without the white man stealing that from us. Right now, they want to be the slaves. Right? We're the original slaves. We can't even be slaves no more. Right? The Slavics want to take who we were and try to make themselves, right? They want pity. Yeah, that's what they want. They want pity, man. We ain't got no pity. What about the Moors? Moor, what does Moor mean? Oh, that's not a Moor. That's not a Moor. Moor means black. Right? Yeah, so the Moors in America, them being black, what about them? What, Morocco? What about Morocco? They're Arabs. Yeah, and they also, no, I can do whatever I want to do, right? You think you're going to still dictate what we do to this
I
day?
said you don't have to, my friend.
Yeah, I know, but I want everybody to hear me. I'm not out here for you, right? So the Morocco, right? What happened in the Muslim conquest when Muhammad went and enslaved all these raisin heads, right? He was calling the black man raisin heads, right? He had the Jews as slaves, so that's why Morocco called it 7.0. And there was an earthquake that killed thousands of them. Right? But Most High is judging your people in all these other nations. He's going to gather all these nations. He's going to trample on y'all for what y'all have done to the children of Israel, because every nation on this earth profited off the slavery of Negroes and Latinos.
Right. But what about the slavery of the Bible?
What about them? That's an indentured servitude. What you're talking about, right? Because the British, the French, and the Spaniards came over here with the Portuguese to America, right? That was their army. And the citizens of these lands wanted parts in America, so they had to go into indentured servitude because there is no natural resources in their land. So they wanted to come to America so that they could get a piece of land, some money, and some slaves.
I'm talking way before the 8th century.
What about it?
Europeans were enslaved.
Okay, what nation? Tell me what nation of people went in slavery, where they hung them, where they whipped them in the back, where they sold their kids and considered them a property and not a people. Tell me what nation of people that happened to, outside of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
I mean, it started in Spain.
It started in Spain in 1492 when they came and they.
About 8th century.
What?
8th century.
Okay, you're telling me that they got hung, they got whipped on their backs, they was taking pictures of postcards
I wasn't there.
because you don't know. What you're trying to do is conflate two things. Right, you're trying to minimize our atrocities. Yes, you are.
I'm just saying, there's two sides to every story, man. Like,
There's only one side. There's only one truth. It's only one truth. And who fucked it up? Who fucked it up? Keep it real. Who fucked it up?
Everyone that did it.
No, it's the white man that fucked it up. The white man, starting with Alexander the Great, the Greek, Alexander the Greek. Right, he went and took over the whole known world, which their cousins, the Romans, went and took over. The Romans fell, came back in authority, and made the NATO. Right, they got together the European Economic Union. All together went and enslaved the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, which allows you to have the superpower of this earth right now.
I'm saying everyone's done this.
Okay, everyone. Okay, so look. Ain't nobody the children of God but us. So it don't matter whether it happened to anybody or not. What happened is your people did it to God's chosen people. There's a judgment coming from you.
So we all come from that?
No, not all the children of God. Everybody is not the children of God. This is the God of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel. This is who he made a promise and a covenant with.
So no one else is the chosen.
No one else. Everybody, just like how the Bible just said, he's gathering all these nations to bring them to judgment for what y'all did to us. Who wrote the Bible? Was over 40 authors, all Israelites who wrote the Bible. And it was all these scribes, and they found the scribes and they put it all together in what you call a Bible, which is a compilation of books. I believe everything in this book, every word. Right? King James was a black man, a king in Europe in the Dark Ages.
That's the version you're.
That's the version that we read, and we also read the Hebrew. It don't matter whether he was a good man. He translated the Bible. That's all that matters. It's accurate. It's everything in here is consistent with everything every author wrote. It's all about the God of Israel. It's talking about the same history, the same atrocities, the same captivities, right, and the same promises.
That's for you to believe.
Yeah, it's not for you to believe. I'm not here to talk about what you believe in or to care about what you believe. Right? I know that God said that because the Israelites didn't obey him, that we was going to go into slavery to our enemies. Right? And we was going to have to go to our enemies in one of all things like food, clothing, water, housing, and our enemies is going to put a yoke of iron on our neck. And we was going to go into slavery on cargo slave ships. That's enough to tell me that this is me in the Bible. And he promised that this was going to happen thousands of years ago. So if we come back to him, that all these curses are going to get put on you. I strongly believe that.
Are we just supposed to ignore every other form of slavery?
Listen, but we're not. But the Most High ain't going to ignore is the nations that enslaved his people.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, because according to the Bible, slavery is okay. I can enslave you. I can't enslave my people, but I can enslave you and make you a property to my children forever. Yeah, I look forward to that. I look forward to you building your children building my kingdom, like how we had to build, like how my ancestors' children had to build their kingdom. Right?
I'm saying it's happening the opposite way.
What? Yeah, that's what justice is, right? What's karma? What? When you reap what you sow, what happens when you reap what you sow? What goes around comes around, right?
You know who ended the slave and all slavery?
What are you gonna say? Abraham Lincoln? Oh, because the Emancipation Proclamation was supposedly to abolish slavery.
The UK Denmark and French were the first ones to
They did that in the UK, and guess what? They still have the slave master's last name. They still have the slave master's language, and they still pay taxes to the same people that enslaved, raped, and robbed and murdered them. So they took the chains off their ankles and off their necks and off their hands, but they still got them on their minds. Right? They didn't free them.
I agree, but I'm saying
Take them back to their land, give them everything that you stole, and then you free them.
I'm saying globally it was accepted. Slavery was accepted at that point. But there was 3 nations at first were like, this is unacceptable.
And it's fine. But what needs to happen is you need to keep that same energy when it's our time to enslave you. Just like it was okay in that time, and just know that it's okay when we do it to you.
It was all right. That already happened. That already happened.
Yeah, no judgment. Has any judgment happened for what your people did to our people? Was there anything that ever happened, a consequence? It is your people. It's your people. You are the children of those people. Yeah. No, the Native Indians never enslaved the Europeans. Black people never enslaved the Europeans.
The Moors, man.
The Moors?
Yes, read your history.
Yeah, so Moors, there was Africans. There's a difference between Africans and African Americans, right? Just because you're the same skin folk don't make you the same kinfolk. Just like how the East Indians are a dark hue color, right? That doesn't make them African American.
You're saying white man when you're saying this.
Yeah, because you're the only people. You are Esau. You're the only people on this earth that doesn't have any hue. You are the only people on this earth that's a people not of color. The only reason why you're all over the eastern part of the world is because of Alexander the Great and the Romans, because y'all conquered all of that land, which allowed y'all to be in Russia, Ukraine, Spain, France, because y'all took over that land, which y'all took the original inhabitants out of that land and replaced those inhabitants with your children, with their children, which would be you. Right. So there has to be a judgment for that. You can't keep your power. You're not going to keep your power. You're losing your power.
That's how history works.
Yeah.
But then also that the same thing happened, I'm saying, with the Moors. They fucked white people in slavery.
Okay.
They
Were they Native Indians?
Okay,
no. Were they Negroes? Were they the Negroes from West Africa that got stolen? Were they the Negroes from West Africa that got stolen? Yes or no?
You're not demonizing anyone but white people, that's all I'm saying.
Well, because America is going to fall, and the rulers and the superpower of this earth is the so-called white people. You're not really white, right? You're really like pinkish. Look at your cheeks, right? But you called yourself white, which means pure, holy, and good, and you call his people black, which means evil and disgusting. Yeah, because you're not pure, holy, and good, because y'all have sex with your sisters, and y'all have sex with animals and things like that. Y'all brought homosexuality to the Americans. Y'all definitely not pure, holy, and good, right? Y'all the most disgusting people on this earth, man. Right? Y'all can't be pure, holy, and good, right? You can't be right. The Most High God hates. He's gathering the nations to destroy you. Right? That's where I come out here to tell you, you're getting destroyed, man. Israel's getting destroyed, Palestine getting destroyed, all these nations, Ukraine, Russia, America, all these nations will get destroyed. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, those who trust in the Most High and keep His commandments, is the only ones that's going to win. Yeah, we the only ones that's going to win, man. Because you thinking you winning in America, this dollar about to drop. Like, they ain't even got a leader in Congress to be able to pass anything right now, right? There's about to be a government shutdown. This thing all out of order. You think America's going to stand? Y'all think y'all going to be comfortable here in America? What is you doing? What is you doing to prepare for your children? How are you preparing your family for the war that's coming? Is y'all building a relationship with the Most High God? Do y'all know how to build a relationship with God? Because He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And if you don't keep my commandments and you say you know God, then you're a liar. Right? Right? It don't sound good when people talk, man. Right? But it's coming with action. Go to Luke 21 and 24 again, go with the show.
Luke 21, verse 24 in the KJV. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
Right? The real Israelites was going to fall by the edge of the sword.
And shall be led away captive into all nations.
So the real Jews will be scattered and led captives to all nations. All nations. So every nation has to get it. Right? There's a karma, man. There's a judgment coming for that. Right? Keep going.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
And Jerusalem was going to be trodden down, or it's going to be occupied by Gentiles, by heathens. Those Jews in the land are not the real Jews, but you Negroes are the real Jews, though. And I can prove that with prophecy, history, and archaeology. And the reason why that place is getting bombed is because we about to come back. We about to be the slave masters over you nations. Right? It's getting real spooky out here, man. Let me get Zechariah 9:6. Keep going. Matter of fact, Shalakia, 21 and 24. Shalakia, there was more on it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the biblical Israelites. And everything happening. This World War III is happening so we can return back to our land. The commandment keepers and those who got the faith of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Read that over here.
In Luke 21, verse 24, KJV, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Right?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Right? Jerusalem is going to be occupied by heathen nations. Keep going.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right? Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. You know, where you from? Where you from? Where you from? You're not from here. Your people are the immigrants here. So where you from? From Spain, Italy, from Greece, from where? Germany, right? Irish, right? All these nations got to get it, man. All these nations got to get it because they all profited, and the Israelites were scattered and sold to all these nations.
Shalom, bro. See you, man. Good thing I ran into you. I wouldn't have been home by now. All right, let me get out of here.
I love you. So wow. Keep going on it.
And there,
You're at 24 to end of it.
until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, so they're going to say that the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled is the Gentiles conforming into a spiritual Israel, right? But he said that the land was going to be trodden down by the Gentiles until, so they're going to be occupying the land, and then they're not going to be occupying the land until the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled. Right? When we see the Gentiles being fulfilled, is the Gentiles, these heathens being gathered up and destroyed and judged so that we can be the rulers over this earth. Right? Let me get Zechariah 9:6. And we're gonna prove that. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians of Negroid and indigenous patrilineal descent are the biblical Israelites. We can prove that with prophecy, history, and archaeology. And everything happening in this world is for us. It's for our children. God is destroying these nations so that we can get back into our land, so that we can have rulership over these nations with who the world calls Jesus Christ. Bring that out.
Zechariah 9, verse 6 in the KJV. And the bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
Right? A bastard, an illegitimate child, is going to dwell in Ashdod. Ashdod being in Israel. So the Jewish people in Israel are not the real Jews.
Right.
Right? They are bastards. They are illegitimate children. The Bible told us that this will happen. Keep going.
And I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
Right? The Most High said there was going to be a fake Jew in the land of Israel, and he was going to cut off the pride of the Philistines, and we see Israel and Palestine getting bombed today, man. Right? We see the pride of Philistine getting bombed today, man. The Most High promised all this was going to happen. This book is alive, man. This book is as real as the street that you're walking on. Let me get Amos 1:6, Book of Sharp.
Amos 1:6 in the KJV. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza.
For 3 transgressions of Gaza, right? We see Gaza getting bombed, right? For 3 transgressions of Gaza, go ahead.
And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Right? The Most High not going to turn away the punishment of Gaza. He's not going to turn away the punishment of Philistine. He's not going to turn away the punishment of Hamas. And he ain't going to turn away the punishment of the fake Jews that's occupying the land of Israel. Right? That's why there's World War III on the rise. That's why there's a war in the Middle East. That's why America just sent warships and warplanes over there. And then we got Iran and Turkey said to the U.S., if y'all get involved and if y'all take the sides of Israel, then Turkey's going to take the side of Iran, of Hamas. And then we got Iran. See, United States is only the third world superpower. Right? Every other nation, 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, they all go to war with the United States. And y'all not ready. Y'all not even paying attention. Y'all don't even know the times we in. Y'all real comfortable, man. And it's about to get real uncomfortable because there ain't going to be no food coming over here. It's about to be war, man. It's about to be the Philistines and the Jewish people fighting in America. That's why in Jersey they up and up the security over there around their synagogues. Because they know, man, it's about to be a whole lot of bombing in America. It's about to be a lot of dead bodies in the street as we walking over them. And a lot of it's going to be your children, man. Because y'all the only ones that don't know what the fuck going on. Keep going on it.
Because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom.
Right, the Philistines, Gaza, they delivered us, man. The Africans delivered the Negroes to the Edomites, who are the white men. Right, he said he ain't going to turn away their punishment. And we see them getting punished, man. There wasn't a judgment for what happened to us, to no nation. And we see that judgment coming to pass, man. So, yeah, we rejoice in this, man. Y'all could be Mexicans, y'all could be African Americans, Puerto Ricans, all you want to, man. But we rebellious slaves up here, man. We're still in the land of our slavery. You so-called Negroes, y'all never knew America. And y'all comfortable in this land. Y'all want to make a living in America. Right? This is a big prison for your children. And we want to see the Most High judge this land. And it's coming. Right? Let me get Ezekiel 38 and 1. Let me get that in the NLT, brother, for sure. You blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you Negroes are the real Jews. And them Jewish people get armed so that you can get back in the land. But you got to keep the commandments. If not, you're going to get born into the land. Right? You're going to miss out on first picks. Bring that out.
Ezekiel 38 and 1 in the NLT. This is another message that came to me from the Lord. Son of man, turn and face God, the land of Magog.
Right? It said prophesy and turn and face God, the land of Magog. Right? The geographical location of Magog in the biblical times today would be the land of Russia. He said, turn and prophesy to the landmass, the geographical location of Russia. Keep going.
The prince who rules over the nations of Meshech and Tubal.
Right, Meshech and Tubal. Right, Meshech is the capital, the chief place of Magog. And we see Meshech, the geographical location of Meshech today would be Moscow. And we see the ruler, the leader of Moscow today being Vladimir Putin. Right? We're not going to say that Vladimir Putin is the one that's going to bomb America, but it's looking like it's going to be Vladimir Putin that's going to bomb America. Vladimir Putin puts the Soviet Union back. Vladimir Putin is in the brink of another Cold War. Right? Keep going.
And prophesy against him. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord.
Right? This is a message from God. What this message is?
God, I am your enemy.
Right? God said that he is the enemy of the geographical location of Magog, which will be the landmass of Russia today. God said that he is their enemy. Keep going.
I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaws.
Right? The Most High will put the hooks in the jaws of these Russians to bring back the Soviet Union, to bring back this Cold War mentality. Right? And we see that happening today. Why Russia and Ukraine going at it right now? Because Ukraine used to be a part of the Soviet Union of Russia, and Russia want that back. Right? And we see everything that the Most High said was going to happen is happening right now. Where you from? What's your ethnic background? Huh? Ireland? Your people was enslaved and sent to Ireland? Yeah? You're an Israelite, man. The Most High said that was going to happen to you, and that these things was going to happen so you could get back into your land. Right, keep going.
To lead you out with their,
So I started at the top of that joint.
I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaws to lead you out with your whole army.
Right, the Most High is going to bring the Russians out with their whole army. Right, this is prophecy, man. This is in the latter days. Keep going.
Your horses and your charioteers in full armor and a great horde, armed with shields and swords.
Right,
Persia, Ethiopia,
right. Persia being Iran, Ethiopia. Right, keep going.
and Libya,
And Libya, all the nations that Russia is protecting and guarding. Right, these are the nations that's going to come out with Russia with their weapons to start this war. Keep going.
will join you too with all their weapons.
Right? It's going to join Iran, Persia, Iran, Ethiopia. What was the other one? Libya. Right? All these nations will join Russia. Right? For the Israelites, for the true children of God. Right? You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all the children that the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, made a covenant with and gave promises to. Right? You got Muslims and you got Judaism, right? All serving supposedly the oneness of God, and they're getting judged by God. That's how you know the Most High not done with them, man. Right? Bringing earthquakes, bringing typhoons, bringing war, man. Keep going.
Gomer and all its armies will also join you,
Right?
along with the armies of Beth Togarmah from the distant north and many others.
Like these all nations that's coming together that the Most High said to gather themselves so that the Most High can bring them into the valley of judgment so that the Most High can judge these nations for all people, sis. The reason why there's war in the Middle East, the reason why the fake Jewish people is in the land getting bombed right now, it's all right, sis. It's the real church, though, sis. You should come and check us out. You should come check us out. I do. Why not? Oh, that's what's up. That's what I want. That's why I want to speak. I love you, sis. Be safe. Right? You got Muslims and you got Judaism getting bombed right now. That's how you know the Most High not dealing with them people, man. Right? These people are so what you call it, faithful to this God and faithful to their religion, and the Most High bombing them, man. That's because they not the true children that the Most High made a covenant with and who the Most High made a promise with. And you Negroes and Latinos are the children that the Most High made a covenant with. That's why your kids is in jail. That's why your kids is getting buried. Because you disobeyed the Most High, so now you have to pay for those consequences. And there is no other nation of people on this earth going through what we're going through. There is no other nation of people on this earth going through what God said the Israelites will be going through. Keep going on it.
Get ready. Be prepared. Keep all the armies around you mobilized and take command of them.
Right?
A long time from now, you will be called into action.
Right? A long time from now. Right, so we dealing with Ezekiel. The Most High told Ezekiel a long time from now, the land of Magog, which will be the geographical location of Russia today. Right, a long time from now, they was going to be put into action. And we see that happening today, right? Keep going.
In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel.
Right, you see in the distant future, when the Israelites go back into the land, when this World War III is taking place and everybody stop fighting each other to fight this one common enemy, Russia's going to come over there. It's going to come to the land of Israel and try to make war with who the world calls Jesus Christ. Keep going.
Which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war.
Right? The people in Israel will be enjoying peace after recovering from war. But that's not the people that's living there today. Keep going.
After his people have returned from many lands.
Right after the Israelites, the real Israelites, return from many lands and dwelling there in peace. Keep going.
To the mountains of Israel. You and all your allies A vast, awesome army will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud.
So when the Israelites go back to their land, it's going to be a war with Russia. Right? This is the time of the Gentiles getting fulfilled. All these nations getting brought together into this valley of Jehoshaphat. The Euphrates River is dried up just like the Most High promised he would do, so all these nations could go there without nothing stopping them. Keep going.
This is what the sovereign Lord says. At that time, evil thoughts will come to your mind.
Right? At that time, evil thoughts will come into the prince of Magog, the prince of Moscow's mind. Right? What's these evil thoughts?
And you will devise a wicked scheme.
He's going to devise a wicked scheme against the real Israelites. When the real Jews go back to the land and when them fake Jews get kicked out. Keep going.
You will say, Israel is an unprotected land.
Right? Israel's an unprotected land
filled with unwalled villages.
Filled with unwalled villages. There was a war in Israel. But guess what? That war getting knocked down right now. Right? It's unwalled villages in Israel because they getting missiles attacking their land. That's when we will go back from exile and dwell in there safely. And then here we got the Prince of Meshech, the Prince of Moscow, coming up with an evil scheme. Like he gonna win against us, man. We the only ones that's gonna win at the end of this thing. Every nation will fall. The Most High dealing with blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. We are his children. We are the Israelites. Keep going.
I will march against her and destroy these people who live in such confidence.
Like that's what the Prince of Meshech of Moscow gonna say. I'm gonna go and destroy these people. They live in confidence, man. They chilling over there, man. They was prophesying, they got their reward, and they over there acting like they the shit now. Right, keep going.
I will go to those formerly desolate cities and now filled with people who have returned from exile in many nations.
And she going in slavery too. Right? That woman in that car, her children is going in slavery. Right? Her husband is going in slavery, her mother, her grandchildren, right? All they gotta pay, man. You think you getting away with it? You think you getting away with you did to God's chosen people? That's right. You think it's all right, man, your land is about to get blown up. America about to get blown, man. All praises. What's up? What's going on today, man? I really like this spot. Right, what's up, bro? You ain't gonna walk past like you don't know me. Y'all rock out my shit. What's up, bro? How you?
Yeah, I was on my way to the gym right now. I see you. I ain't gonna know.
All praise to the Most High, man. You all right? You out? Or you gonna chill? Chill for a minute, man. We your brothers, man. Keep going.
I will capture vast amounts of plunder, for the people are rich with livestock.
Right? And he said that the Prince of Meshech, the Prince of Moscow, read up a little bit.
I will go to those formerly desolate cities that are now filled with people who have returned from exile in many nations.
Right? The book. He said the Prince of Meshech, the Prince of Moscow, said that these people returned from many lands back into the land of Israel. And we're going to return back with livestock because those that get delivered out of the destruction of America will go to every nation on this earth and gather the remnant of Israel, dwelling amongst every nation. And we're going to be in glorified bodies, and these nations going to give us our people like, here, take them, and here goes some cattle, here goes some dogs. They're going to be afraid, man. And they're going to give us livestock and riches that we're going to bring back into the land. So the Prince of Moscow is going to have the evil thought, and say, let's go destroy these people, man. Let's go over there and let's go take their shit. Who do these people think they are? Right, keep going.
I will capture vast amounts of plunder, for the people are rich with livestock and other possessions now.
Huh?
They think the whole world revolves around them.
Right? They think the whole world, the Israelites think the whole world revolves around them. But the Most High said the world was given to his people. Like the Most High created the world for Israel. Everything happening in the world is happening and revolving around what happened to Negroes and Latinos. Right? Everything that y'all people did and your ancestors did, the children is going to pay for. Right? Just like how we paying for what happened to our ancestors. Right? We get red line, we get drugs in our community, They building prisons in our community. We filling up these prisons, right? It's systematic oppression. And we still paying for what our ancestors went through. So you damn right, you nations gonna have to pay for what your ancestors did. Right? Right, keep going.
But Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish will ask, do you really think the armies you have gathered can rob them of silver and gold?
Right, the Arabs, man. These are the Arabs. They going to the Russians and all these nations. You really think you're going, these nations, these people just got delivered from America by UFOs, brought back into the land, got glorified bodies, right? And you think that you're going to be able to take their shit, right? Because the Quran prophesies Ezekiel 38. They know what's going to happen. These Muslims know what's going to happen. The true Muslims, because you Negro and Latino Muslims don't know nothing about what y'all believe in. And y'all Christians don't know nothing about this Bible. Keep going.
Do you think you can drive away their livestock?
You think you're going to be able to take their shit, right? Keep going.
And seize their goods and carry off plunder?
You think you're going to be able to take what they got back? Keep going.
Therefore, Son of Man, prophesy against God. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord. When my people are living in peace in their land, then you will rouse yourself.
Right? The Most High is promising that when we go back into the land, that these Russians is going to rouse themselves with their whole army. Keep going.
You will come from your homeland in the distant north with your vast cavalry and your mighty army. And you will attack my people Israel.
Right? The Most High telling us when we get delivered back into the land, it ain't over. This is until the times of the Gentiles get fulfilled. All these Gentiles, all these heathen getting gathered together. Even when we in the land. And when we in the land, it's supposed to happen that these nations going to look at us like they're going to take our shit. So that they can get gathered together, that all these Gentiles can get gathered together and destroyed. Because ain't nobody going to take this kingdom from us once we get the kingdom back.
Right.
Keep going.
Covering their land like a cloud. At that time in the distant future, I will bring you against my land as everyone watches.
Right? Everybody going to watch this. And everybody going to see these nations get destroyed. And that's how we're going to have an everlasting kingdom. That's why every nation is going to want to come to the land of Israel to learn the law. All this has to take place so the fake Jews get put out, so all them Palestinians, right, and all them Gazans, and all them Hamasans, right, all them can get destroyed, ran off the land, man. Right? How we got two different religions, right? The Muslims and the Jewish people serving Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob getting destroyed by the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Because Ishmael ain't got nothing to do with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Esau, see, look, that's two rejects, man. The two rejects of Abraham. Right? You got Edom and Ishmael that got kicked out, right? Thinking that they serving the Most High, thinking that they can tell us this Bible. They can break it down to us. Right? They the ones getting judged. Keep going.
And my holiness will be displayed by what happens to you.
Right? The Most High's holiness is going to be displayed for what happens to these nations, man. For the Most High destroying Israel, for the Most High destroying Palestine, for the Most High gathering Russia to have this evil thought when we get put back in the land of Israel to come and take our shit, and the Most High going to make sure these nations get destroyed. And then his glory going to be known. And then every nation going to know who our God is. And every nation going to know that we the children of the Most High. Keep going.
And what happens to you, God, then all the nations will know that I am the Lord.
And all these nations going to know who the Most High is. Because nobody know who God is out here. But nobody care about who God is. That's why nobody know your children after before they turn 18. Your children aren't living that long, man. Y'all don't care about God, and it looks like God don't care about us. Keep going.
This is what the sovereign Lord asks.
What did he say?
Are you the one I was talking about long ago?
Are you the one that God was talking about long ago? Is Russia the Gog and Magog that was prophesied to Ezekiel long ago? Keep going.
When I announced through Israel's prophets that in the future I will bring you against my people.
Keep going.
But this is what the sovereign Lord says. When God invades the land of Israel, my fury will boil over.
Right? When they invade the land of Israel, the fury will boil over. And the only way we're going to get back into the land of Israel is only by the inhabitants of the land of Israel getting driven out so that we can get brought in. Right? And we see these people getting driven out today. We see prophecy being unfolded. We see this Bible coming to life, man. Where you at? What verse?
20.
Let me get. You want some? Oh, keep going, slide.
19. In my jealousy and blazing anger, I promise a mighty shaking in the land of Israel on that day.
Right? It's going to be thermonuclear destruction. It's going to be missiles, man. The Most High going to judge. It's going to judge the Middle East. The Most High going to judge America. The Most High going to judge every nation, man. Thus saith the Lord. Keep going.
All living things in the fish in the sea, the birds of the sky, and the animals of the field, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and all the people on earth will quake in my terror at my presence. Mountains will be thrown down, cliffs will crumble, walls will fall to the earth. I will summon the sword against you on all the hills of Israel, says the sovereign Lord. Your men will turn their swords against each other.
Right, and that's what we see. The men of these nations turning swords and fighting against each other. Keep going.
I will punish you and your armies with disease and bloodshed. I will send torrential rain, hailstones, fire, and burning sulfur.
Right, and we see hailstones that we've never seen before. Right, we see fires all over the world. Right, we got record-breaking everything. We got record-breaking rainfall. We got record-breaking magnitudes of earthquakes. We got record-breaking wars, man. They ain't had a war like this in Israel and in Palestine. This is worse than the war in 1973. Right, in 1973, there was a war with the Jewish and with the Muslims. And this is worse than that, man. And 50 years, exactly 50 years later, we got the Muslims attacking the so-called Jewish people today. Right, keep going.
In this way, I will show my greatness and holiness. I will make myself known to all the nations of the world.
Right?
Then they will know that I am the Lord.
Right? This is the time of the Gentiles getting fulfilled, man. When they realize who the Most High God is and who the children of the Most High is. And who the real inhabitants of this world, of the land of Israel is. Let me get Revelation 19 and 11. It's we in World War III, man. This thing coming to America. Right? They selling, they kidnapping kids over there, they kidnapping women. Right? And it's gonna be like that here in America too.
Right. Revelation 19 verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true.
This is who the world calls Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh. Keep going.
And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
Right? In righteousness he judges and makes war. That's why there's war today. Because the Most High is judging these nations. And ultimately, he's going to bring these nations in a valley of judgment. And he's going to judge these nations by the hand of Israel. Right? Keep going.
His eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right?
And on his head were many crowns.
Right? A crown representing rulership. So him having many crowns is him taking rulership from many nations. Keep going.
And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
Right, he was clothed. Jesus Christ going to come back with a vesture dipped in blood. Right, he coming back in a garment full of blood. Right, I thought he coming to save everybody. He coming to kill more people than he coming to save. He coming to destroy nations with a rod of iron and break them like a potter into pieces. These Gentiles that you see in the New Testament is Israelites that got led away into these dumb idols like Islam and like Catholicism and like Christianity. Right? This is how we turned away from the Most High and made him jealous and angered him. Right? Because we serve Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of the Most High. And all people want to go and follow after the ways of these other nations. So now we got to serve these other nations. So he coming back with a vesture dripped in blood. Right? Keep going.
And his name is called the Word of God.
Right? His name called the Word of God, man. It's going to be a so-called black man cracking them clouds, man. And if y'all ain't ready, if y'all don't get right, y'all going to get left with these other nations getting destroyed. Right? You and your children, because if you ain't doing it, then you ain't teaching your children. And if your children ain't getting right, they getting left too. Keep going.
And the armies which were heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Right? Keep going.
And out of his mouth goeth the sharp sword.
Right? Out of the mouth of so-called Jesus Christ going to be a sharp sword. Right? It ain't going to be playing and dancing, but it's going to be to destroy. Right? This sword is going to be an order. It's going to be an order given to Israel because he already dipped in blood. He already came dipped in blood, man. He's going to bring the Edomites to Basra and stomp them out like the wine press. His blood is going to be filled with blood like he was stomping out a grapevine. Keep going.
And with it he should smite nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty God.
Right? He's going to rule these nations, man. With this sword that's coming out of his mouth is to destroy these nations. So how can these nations become an Israelite? Right? Israelite, being an Israelite is an ethnicity. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians of patrilineal, Negroid, and indigenous descent are the biblical Israelites. And it's time you Negroes and Latinos wake up, man. Right? Our people in a deep sleep. Our people worried about the bag. Our people worried about the World Series. Right? They worried about the draft of the NFL. Right? Y'all have no idea what's going on. And America just got y'all blinded. The white man got you blinded, man. You an Israelite, man. Both of y'all are Israelites. Y'all got to turn back to the Most High, or you're going to get caught up in this thermonuclear destruction. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, since you an Israelite, you are the real Jew. That's why the Jewish people is getting destroyed by God. And our people don't care, man, until it's too late. Right? But the thing is, you ain't going to be able to say you didn't know. That's going to be one thing you ain't going to be able to tell the Most High, is I didn't know. Right? Because we out here to tell you. We out here to give you a warning. You got the apocryphal one? You want to read it off, Anjo?
Second address 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
Right? This is Ezra dreaming, having a vision. And this vision is of the future, is of so-called Jesus Christ and what he gonna do. Listen up.
And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with thousands of heaven.
Right? Thousands of heavens, man. This gonna be UFOs. It's gonna be thousands, it's gonna be millions of UFOs coming with who the world called Christ. It's gonna be Christ on the cloud. This cloud is a UFO, man. He ain't gonna be on no literal cloud. Keep going.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Right? They're gonna tremble, man. Because when Christ come back, it's gonna be nothing like how these people expect it. These people think that it's gonna be a white man with blue eyes cracking in clouds, man. And it's really gonna be a black man with feet of bronze that burned in the furnace with woolly hair, man. That's who's gonna come back. And every nation hears us talk about this, man. Every nation on this earth know that we out here and we proclaim it to be the children of Israel. And when they see this come to pass, they're going to be shitting themselves, man.
That's right.
Keep going.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
Right? Every time he give a command that come out of his mouth, it's these nations that are going to burn who hear his voice. Right? Because Jacob shall be a fire and Joseph will be a flame. Right? And we're going to stubble Esau, right? But we're going to be a flame that's going to stubble all these nations. We are the flame that's coming out of the mouth of so-called Jesus Christ. The sword, we see the sword coming out of his mouth in Revelation, and we see Ezra prophesying a flame coming out of his mouth. A sword coming out of his mouth is a command for the Israelites to destroy these nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat. And this fire is the same thing. Keep going.
Like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire.
Right?
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men.
Right? A multitude of men is going to get gathered together. Right? They're going to get gathered together in this valley of Jehoshaphat, this valley of judgment. Keep going.
Out of number, from the four winds of the heaven, subdue the men that came out of the sea.
Right? They're going to try to subdue or arrest the man that came out of the sea. They're going to try to subdue Jesus Christ, a so-called black man whose real name is Yahweh Shai. Y'all ever knew that? Y'all ever knew Christ was a black man? Right? If you don't know this, man, it say it in the Bible. So if you don't know this, then that means somebody has been lying to you. Keep going.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
Right? He had a great mountain. He engraved a great mountain and flew up upon it. Right? There was a big mothership in the sky that he went and flew up upon. Right? This is what God calls Christ, man. This prophecy, man. And the Most High said that Palestine and Israel was going to get bombed, man. Their walls was going to fall, and we see that happening today. He said you Negroes and Latinos are going to slavery on ships, and we see that happen. And that was written thousands of years ago. And it happened 500 years ago. Keep going.
But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven.
Right? He didn't know where this mothership came from. That shit just popped up out of nowhere. Who y'all call Jesus Christ went up upon. Keep going.
And I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid.
Right? All these nations going to be afraid in that day, man. You so-called Mexicans are Israelites. You so-called Negroes are Israelites, man. You Haitians, Jamaicans, Guatemalans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. Right? All of y'all are Israelites. The white man said you was a Puerto Rican and a Dominican. Right? He forced the Spanish language on you, the English language, and the French and Portuguese on our people. We are the biblical Israelites, and that's why Gaza is getting bombed, and that's why Israel getting bombed, man.
Right.
And this ain't gonna be funny in that day, man. It ain't gonna be funny when it's yokes of iron on the necks of your children. Keep going.
And yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword.
Right? He seen everybody fighting against him. He ain't gonna lift up his hand or give a sword, man, because he gonna give a command. He already stopped out the Edomites in Basra. He gonna let us get bloody, man. Keep going.
He neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war.
Huh?
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
Right? It's gonna be a command. Soon as he said get him, we're gonna say got him. He said get him, we say got him. That's how it's gonna be immediately. As soon as he said go, it's gonna be like a blast of fire. That's gonna destroy these nations immediately. Keep going.
And out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Right? And this sparks and tempests is gonna be missiles, right? Keep going.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight.
Right? It's going to be violence that's going to come against all these nations that's going to try to fight who the world calls Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh Shai, man, who's a so-called black man that all people don't want to hear about. Right? All people want to hear about the white man and the new president, right? And the new governor and the new chief of police and the new leader in Congress who's going to pass these laws for Ukraine and Israel. Right? We want to know what the Most High sent his son to do, man. Right? And we come and we study this thing so we can come out here and let y'all know so that y'all can say that y'all can't say that y'all didn't know. Keep on.
And bind them up, everyone, so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Right? It's only going to be dust and smoke, man. That's all that's going to be left. That was it on that? All praises. Let me get Jeremiah 3:18. This is how the times of the Gentiles get fulfilled. When all these nations get gathered up and destroyed by who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. He's going to have a sword come out of his mouth and a flame of fire that's going to give a command to destroy these nations. With a rod of iron, and we're going to destroy these nations like a clay pot that shatters into pieces. Right? And we see the prelude happening to that in Gaza, and Hamas, and Israel, all these nations that's going to war, man. They gathering together right now. They're going to fight against each other. Then when they see these UFOs come and a black man grab his people, put them back in the land, they're going to want to fight this extraterrestrial threat, this common enemy. And all these movies that you see happening, because they get it from the Bible. Keep on.
Jeremiah 3, verse 18, KJV. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north.
But all 12 tribes, Judah and Israel, the 12 tribes is going to come out of the land of the north
to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers.
The 12 tribes is going to end up back into the land. This is the only time you're going to see the real Israelites back into the land of Israel. How you just got the Jews in the land when the prophecy says that the northern and the southern kingdom is going to come out from the land of the north and brought back into the land that the Most High inherited to our fathers. They not the real Jews over there. That's why God is destroying that nation. He's destroying them white people over there, man. And them Palestinians over there ain't even the real inhabitants of Palestine. Keep going.
But I said, how shall I put thee among the children and give thee a pleasant land?
All right, let me get microphone one so I can. And LC go to the show. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, y'all the real Israelites, man. And the Most High bringing World War III. Right, we better get right for you get left in this World War III, man. And your kids gonna get stuck over here. My microphone one.
Micah 4:1 KJV. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Like in the last days, the house of the Lord is going to be established on top of the mountains above all nations on this earth. Right? And we don't see that happening right now. We see Israel getting destroyed. Right? Keep going.
And it shall be exalted above the hills.
It's going to get exalted above all these other nations. Keep going.
And people shall flow into it. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of the God of Jacob.
Right, that all these nations, if the real, when the real Jews go back into the land, every nation will want to come to our land. Keep going.
And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Right, these nations will get taught our ways. They're going to have to walk in our paths because we're going to enforce the laws on this earth. We're going to enforce the laws on these nations. And any nation that goes to the left or to the right is going to get punished. Right? We're going to be enforcing the law, right? All praise. Lord willing, we be here. I like this spot. Sunday we be at 15, but I like this spot for Thursday. Tuesday. Go ahead. I love you, King. Be safe. Drop that.
For the law shall go forth of Zion.
Right, the law will go forth out of Zion, out of Jerusalem, out of the children of Israel. Right, but them so-called Israelis over there right now, they're not enforcing no law. They're not the real Jews. Keep going.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
Right, these swords ain't beating into plowshares because first we got to beat our plowshares into swords. Right, first we got to go through World War III for there to be no more war no more. Because when the real Jews go back to the land, there ain't going to be no more war on this earth. Right, it's going to be thus saith the Lord. And if you don't do that, then the children of Israel is going to destroy these nations. Because the children of Israel will get put into this new covenant, and we're not going to be breaking the law no more. So we're not the ones that's going to feel the wrath of the Lord. Like the Most High will let these nations feel the wrath of the Lord for breaking the law. Just like how we got to feel it when we break the law of America. Right? We got to get put in prison. Right? We got to get hung on trees. Right? That's what's going to happen to you. Right? Keep going.
And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation.
Right, the real Jews was in the land. If there was some real Jews in the land, right, you don't care if you don't want to hear this, man. You're going to hear it anyway, man. You're going to know. You're going to know who the Lord is. And you're going to know who the children of the Lord is, man. World War III on the rise. Famine coming to America. It's about to be race wars. Everything that's in your nightmare is about to come true. Your comfortable way of living is about to get uncomfortable out here. Y'all better turn to the Lord, man. You Negroes and Latinos. Keep on.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
Or they going, these nations ain't going to allow. There ain't going to be no more war on this earth when the real Jews come back into the land. And we need the real Jews. We need to come back to the land, man. This is the only way we're going to get world peace. Or you want world peace, that's going to be you getting destroyed. You got to get destroyed before there's world peace. Right, keep going.
But I shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid.
Right?
For the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken. For all people will walk, everyone in the name of his God.
Right? Everyone going to walk in the name of their God. Right? All these nations going to follow their God. Keep going.
And we will walk in the name of our Lord, our God, forever and ever.
Right? Every nation going to walk in the name of their God. We're going to walk in the name of our God, man. And any nation can try to, right? You see the Muslims trying to walk in the name and the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And you see God not protecting Gaza or Palestine or Hamas, right? A Muslim-filled land. Right? We got the Israelis serving the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and God is not protecting them. Right? They're going to go back to the gods they serve, man. And we're going to serve our God forever and ever. Because the Most High will protect us in these days, man. Right? Keep on.
And that day, saith the Lord, I will assemble her that halted, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted.
Right? These are the Israelites. You're going to gather us again, right? Keep going.
And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation.
Right? It will be a strong nation because you blacks, Hispanics, and Native. Trust me. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't have an army to fight for y'all, man. Y'all don't have nothing to make you a strong nation. But the Most High will make us a strong nation, man. Because we the only people that ain't got an army. And y'all gonna wonder how the hell we become your slave master. Right? Go ahead.
And the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion, the kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem.
Like the first dominion gonna come to the daughter of Jerusalem. And that first dominion is gonna be the rulers that rule with so-called Jesus Christ. We're gonna have first picks in the kingdom. We're gonna have first picks on our slaves. You're gonna have to work out, man. Right? Because now we're gonna scandal you, right? Right? We're gonna have our first picks on our slaves. We're gonna have first picks on the land. Right? We're gonna have first picks on the woman. Right? And that's what we want, man. I want first picks, man. I'm not trying to get born into the kingdom. So we gotta be faithful just like how Christ was faithful to the Most High, man. Because if we think we're gonna be ruling with Christ, then we gotta move like him, man. Keep on.
Now, why doest thou cry aloud? Is there no king in thee?
Right? Is there no king in thee? Ain't no king in the communities of you Negroes and Latinos. Right? Joe Biden is your king. Joe Biden is the king of you Negroes and Latinos. We don't want no king of another nation, man. We're going to be the kings over these nations. Keep going.
Is thy counselor Paris? For pains have taken thee as a woman in travail.
Right? Pain's going to take Negroes and Latinos like a woman in labor. This is what's coming. Famine is coming. There ain't going to be no food soon. Right? They already making 3D printed salmon. Right? You ain't going to have no rice. You ain't going to have no bread. You ain't going to have no vegetation. Right? You ain't going to have no fishes because the waters are so hot that it's cooking the dolphins.
Right?
Keep going.
Being paid and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field.
Are you going to go forth out of the city? Like you Negroes went forth out of the land of Israel, and then they went to the field in the western shores of Africa, and then where else they go?
And thou shalt go even to Babylon.
Right, then you went to America. Right, you Negroes and Latinos are the original inhabitants of Israel. And that's why the fake Jews is getting destroyed over there. Because the Most High not dealing with them, man.
Right.
You got ran out in 70 AD because of your disobedience, got sent to the western shores of Africa, was over there for like 1,000 years, and then you got sent over here to America. And out of here, keep on,
There shall thou be delivered.
right out of here, out of Babylon, out of America, the so-called blacks and Hispanics is going to get delivered. Right, keep going.
There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
So here in America is where we're going to get redeemed, right? Here in America is where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will get saved from the hand of their enemies. And the only way we're going back to the land of Israel, back to the motherland, is only when those people inhabiting the land and get kicked out of the land, man. And the Most High kicking them out with missiles, man. Israel getting bombed, Palestine getting bombed, and America about to get bombed. Every nation about to come against America. NATO is about to turn against America. This morning, yeah, that was the last one.
There's so many ministries out here.
Or the 12. I think 12 is the last one.
But they know not the thoughts of the Lord.
No, start the 11 again.
Micah 4 and 11. Now also many nations are gathered against thee.
Right, many nations have gathered against you Negroes when y'all was in the land of Israel. Keep going.
That say, let her be defiled.
Right, let her be defiled. Right, let's defile the temple. Let's defile the people. Let's turn them to homosexuals. Let's build your gymnasiums where they're wrestling naked. That's where you got these WWF with these people. With these people wrestling naked, you got the UFC with these people wrestling in thongs, right? This all because of the Greeks, because of the white man, man. The white man built these gymnasiums so they could wrestle and play sports naked, man. That's why they kiss their sister, man. Is that your sister, your wife, or both? Both, right? Thus saith the white man. Keep going.
And let our eye look upon Zion.
Right, and go ahead.
But they know not the thoughts of the Lord.
Right, but these nations don't know the thoughts of the Lord. These nations think all you got to do is call on the name of the Lord and you'll be saved. These nations think that they already saved. Right, but the Most High said these nations don't know the thoughts of the Lord. What's the thoughts of the Lord?
Neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheep into the floor.
Right, he gonna gather these nations and stomp them out like sheep in the floor, man. Read that in the NLT, that part. That verse, read it over again.
But they do not know the Lord's thoughts or understand his plan.
Right, so these Muslims, they can serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These Christians, these Judaisms, these Jewish people, they can think they serve in the Most High. Right, they think that they serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they don't know the Lord's thoughts or know his plans. Keep going.
These nations don't know that he is gathering them together.
Right, the Most High is gathering these nations together to what?
To be beaten
And
trampled like the sheep's grain on the threshing floor.
Right, these nations, the Most High gathering these nations to be beaten and trampled like grain on the threshing floor, man. The Most High is gathering these nations to bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat, so that the Lord can judge these nations for what they did to us. This is the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled, man. This is how the time of the Gentiles get fulfilled, so that all these nations know who the Lord is, man. They know who the children of the Lord is. Yeah, that's it on that. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Y'all running out of time out here. The more nations that gather together to go to fight these little wars that's going on with North Korea, South Korea, Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Hamas and Israel, Taiwan and China, right? All these nations is coming together. You got one side and another side. You got opponents right now. And all these nations is coming together, and it's about to be World War III. So you Negroes and Latinos, man. We got 130. You want to teach? Teach anything. Right, you Negroes and Latinos, man, y'all running out of time out here. Right? Serving all these other guys, serving Islam has done nothing for y'all, man. Right? It got y'all in jail. Right? It got y'all killing each other, selling drugs to each other. Being a Christian, serving a white Jesus has done nothing for your people. Right? Serving a white man has done nothing for all people, man. But guess what? The white man gonna have to serve us on that day, man. How you feel about that? How you feel about that? How you feel about that, red man? Right? Us repenting by blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians repenting. This is how the Most High reacts. This is the promise of the Most High. Him destroying these nations. Let me see something. You got batteries? You think you could run the Rade? I think there's Rade AAA. You got cash on you? I got $1 wallet in this joint. It's 100, so just get a big pack. There's a Rade or CVS like at the next corner is CVS. Shit. AAA. Let me get numbers 24 and 8. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the biblical Israelites. And the Most High is destroying these nations. So what they did, the Negroes and Latinos. And you Negroes and Latinos don't show no appreciation to the Most High, man. Y'all don't want to even keep his commandments. Y'all don't even want to know what his commandments is. Right? If your brother went to jail for you, you would want to do something for him, right? Yeah, but Christ is a black man. He died for you, man. Yeah, we got to do something for that. Bring that up.
Numbers 24 and 8, KJV.
Read that in the NLT book for sure.
Numbers 24 and 8 in the NLT. God brought them out of Egypt.
Right, God brought the Israelites out of Egypt, just like how he gonna bring us out of America. Keep going.
For them, he is as strong as a wild ox.
Right, for the Israelites, God is as strong as a wild ox. That ox is the strongest animal of all the animals. Keep going.
He devours all the nations that oppose him.
Right, the Most High devours all the nations that oppose him. All the nations that come against his children. And every nation came against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And he's going to be as strong as an ox against these nations, man. He's going to destroy these nations in this valley of Jehoshaphat. It's going to be the Exodus part 2. Keep going.
Breaking their bones in pieces.
Right, the Most High breaks these nations and the people of these nations bones in pieces, man. That's why we see limbs of these Muslims, right, over there in Mecca, over there in Palestine. Their leg is over here, their head is over here, right? Because the Most High breaks their bones in pieces, man. And why the Most High ain't dealing with them? Why the Most High not protecting these people, man? Because they did something to his children. Keep going.
Shooting them with arrows.
Right, the Most High going to shoot them with arrows, and he shot them with arrows in the days of Egypt. But it's going to be arrows flying through the skies, man. It's going to be arrows of flames of. It's going to be arrows with flames of fire, man. It's going to be thermonuclear destruction coming for America, Russia, North Korea, China, Iran. Every nation, man. Every nation hates the white man. Every nation is a common enemy. Right, and that's America and the white man. Right, keep going.
Like a lion, Israel crouches and lies down. Like a lioness, who dares to arouse her?
Right, like a lion, man. We're going to be hunting for these nations. And who's going to dare to arouse us? Right, that's why they ain't want us to read, Ken. They knew if we allowed us to read, man, they fucked up. Right, but you niggas still don't read, though. Right, y'all still don't want to read. Y'all don't want to read the book that's been around my nightstand collecting dust since you was born. Keep going.
Blessed is everyone who blesses you, Israel.
Right, it say, blesses everyone that blesses the Israelites. Go ahead.
And cursed It's everyone who pierces you.
right? And every nation cursed you Negroes and Latinos. There ain't no nation that blessed us. How they blessed us? They said slavery was beneficial. That's what they say. Black and Hispanic slavery was beneficial. We learned to trade, man. So y'all gonna have to keep that same energy. Y'all gonna have to keep that same energy when it's time for y'all to go to school. That's right. Right? Let me get Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Y'all gonna have to keep that same energy. Now we learned to trade, man. Y'all gonna learn to trade too. Y'all gonna have to do it better than we did it. Right? Because we want golden streets. We want our streets paved with gold. Right? We want our walls. We want to have emerald walls, man. So they're gonna have to cut these. They're gonna have to cut these stones to precision, man. And they're gonna have to score it with a razor blade until they get through it. Keep going.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 39, KJV. See now that even I am he, and there is no God with me.
Right? There is no God with the Most High. Keep going.
I kill, and I make alive.
So everybody dying in Israel, everybody dying in Palestine, everybody dying in Philly is of the Most High God. Right? But y'all don't want to fear God. Y'all want to fear the police. Right? Y'all want to fear prison and your probation officer. Right? When the Most High killing it, when the Most High the one killing your kids, when the Most High the one putting the spirit on Palestine to send a bomb into Israel. Keep going.
I rule and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Right? There ain't nothing you can do. There ain't nothing we can do for Israel. Y'all want to pray for Israel. Right? But just not too long ago, they was praying for Gaza. Not too long ago, Gaza was asking us to pray for them. Right? And now Gaza getting bombed and got their limbs going everywhere. Right? And now they want us to pray for Israel against Gaza. You see this confusion? Keep going.
For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever.
Right? The Most High lives forever, man. It don't matter that he was dealing with us thousands of years ago, man. He's still dealing with us today. And he's keeping his promises like he promised our forefathers thousands of years ago. That's right. Keep going.
If I wet my glittering sword.
And what's this glittering sword, man? This glittering sword is going to be missiles flying through the sky. And the Most High going to wet it with blood. Keep going.
In my hand take hold on judgment, will render vengeance to my enemies.
Right, the Most High will render vengeance to his enemies. And every nation outside of the Israelites are his enemy. Every nation is getting gathered together to get beaten and trampled like the sheaves on the threshing floor. Y'all must have skillfully avoided this scripture, man. Keep going.
It will reward them that hate me.
Right?
I will make my arrows drunk with blood.
Right? The Most High will make his arrows drunk with blood. And these arrows in these days, in these last days, is going to be thermonuclear, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. This is what the Most High will make drunk with blood. Keep going.
And my sword shall devour flesh.
Right, and the sword of God is going to devour flesh. But I thought everybody was getting saved. You see? Allowing another nation of people to teach us our history has done nothing but allow them to tamper with our history, to teach us a lie, to mentally confuse us. Huh? Now we're the only nation of people on this earth that gotta love everybody. We're the only people that gotta love everybody when the Israelis hate the Palestine, right? The white man hates you Negroes, right? The black Chinese people hate the white Chinese people, right? Every nation can hate, but we gotta be the only ones to shut the fuck up and get over it. We're the only ones that gotta get over it. How about we get over 9/11, right? Get the fuck over it, right? How about we get over the Holocaust, man? Right? Get over the Holocaust, man. Get over your 9/11. Get over your Pearl Harbor, man. Right? Get over it. But the Most High said he gonna remember, and he gonna recompense these nations. He gonna recompense these nations for what they did to us, man. The Most High about to judge these nations for what they did to us, King. All we gotta do is be obedient, man. And he gonna save us, man. Them fake Jews over there ain't the real Jews. You know what I mean? And they getting destroyed. They about to get taken out of their land so we can get brought back into it. Everything that's happening over there in the Middle East, it's about to go. World War III is here, man. Yep. And we gotta get right, Kings, before we get left out here, man. Allah, you can keep the commandments, man. All praise to the Most High. The only way we can be blessed is if we keep the commandments. That's the only way God is going to bless us. Because Satan will bless you too. Keep going.
And that with the blood of the slain and of the captives from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy.
Right, the Most High going to bring vengeance upon the enemy for what they did to the captives, man. So what they did to Israel, to the real Israelites. Keep going. Who the real Israelites? Who the real Israelites? Who the real Israelites? Who the real Israelites? Go ahead.
Rejoice, O ye nations.
Right, rejoice, right? You go ahead.
With his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants.
Right, the Most High about to revenge the blood of the servants. And that's why Israel get rocked. That's why Palestine, right, and the Muslims over there get rocked, man. The Most High not dealing with them, man.
Right.
Keep going.
It will render vengeance to his adversaries.
And that's their adversaries, man. Them Arabs is his adversaries, the white Jews is his adversaries, the Chinese, right? And you Negroes and Latinos, because of your disobedience, y'all made yourself an adversary against the Most High, man. Y'all made yourself an adversary against God. Keep going.
And will be merciful unto his land and to his people.
He gonna be merciful to his people, and that's the Israelites. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites. The people in the land of Israel today, them Israelis, right? They are wannabe Jews, man. They are fake Jews, man. The Jewish people funded the slave ships so that our ancestors' children could go in slavery on. Right? Them Jewish people funded those slave ships, man. And they're going to get double for what they did to us. Keep going.
And Moses came and spake all the words of this song and the ears of the people.
Right, and this is a song in our ears, man. The Most High going to render vengeance for what they to these nations for what they did to us. And our people really don't want that. Our people want everybody to be favored. Our people want everybody to be equal. But our people are the strongest, fastest, best people on this earth. So how can we be equal to the Chinese man? How can we be equal to the white man? Keep going. Matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 40, Proverbs 16 and 4.
Proverbs 16 and 4 in the KJV.
Can you open it?
The Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
I fucked up. It's double it. Let me try it. You just buy it, and you can be able to return it. You can keep it. But can you grab Salakia, bro? I'm glad you ain't getting no big ass pack. We about to shut it down, but let's yeah, just get it so we got it, so we ain't gotta worry about it. Yeah. Tessa. I got the triple A in this joint. See that? Let's go to Proverbs 16:4 again.
Proverbs 16:4 in the KJV. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
Right? Everything that was created was made by the Lord, was ordered by the Lord to be made. What else?
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right? The Most High even created wickedness for the day of evil. And we see the day of evil happening today. World War III on the rise, man. Right? We got the Muslim people getting bombed. We got the Jewish people getting bombed. Right? This is the day of evil, man. And the Most High made all these things for himself. Let me get Isaiah 40:28 in the NLT Bible Show. This all ordained by the Most High. This is all the Most High's plan. This is how he gets us back into the land of Israel.
Isaiah 40:28 KJV. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fadeth not?
Right? He ain't going to fade, man. The Most High God is not going to fade. And his promise is not going to come back void. Keep going.
Neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding.
There ain't no searching or understanding the Most High. Why did God choose one people to love him and another people to hate him? Why did he say that the Chinese and the Japanese can never enter the congregation of the Lord? Why did he create Lot so that he can have sex with his daughters to have these Chinese and Japanese people walking around here, man? Nobody understands the works of the Most High. So it's not for us. What we got to do is understand what's required of us so that he can fulfill the promise that he made with us. Man. It ain't about why he doing this, why he can't just make world peace on the earth. You know, God is all omnipotent. He can do all things. Why he don't just stop the war and just make everybody equal? Because that's not the way the Most High wants this. The Most High is a man of war. Right? He gonna cause war, and the only time war gonna stop is when we, the righteous men of Israel, get back in rulership over these nations. Right? That's how he voted. That's how he wants this to be. Keep going.
He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength.
Huh?
Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and young men shall utterly fall.
Right? This is what's happening. Like you have Israel. Israel has one of the number one defense system, the Iron Dome. And that thing got breached. That thing got breached unexpectedly. Israel and Palestine been going through conflict. They always go through conflict. But they did not see this coming, man. They not only did they bomb them, right, but they kidnapping a woman. Right? You got U.S. citizens being kidnapped into Palestine. You got children and women, man. So now Israel can't bomb Palestine without fearing that they're going to bomb their own citizens. Keep going.
But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
Right? Those who wait upon the Lord is going to renew their strength. Right? We are people with no strength against these nations. We can't do nothing for ourselves but shut up and dribble. Right? We can't do nothing, but the Most High said, those who stay patient before him, those who's faithful to him, he going to renew their strength. Right? Who would have thought we'd be teaching this Bible to everybody, to the Gentiles, like how the Most High commanded us to do, man? Because he gave us strength to do this, man. Keep going.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
Right, we ain't gonna faint in that day, man. We're gonna be the strongest men on this earth. The Most High created an army, and he's making his army out of the strongest men on this earth. And the strongest men, the strongest nation on this earth is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? We are the strongest, man. The Most High in the Bible would send 3,000 of us to destroy 100,000 of these nations, man. Because we move faster, we stronger, king. Everything we do is better, man. Whether you accept it or not. But the white man is accepted before our people. The white man will bow to our feet and call us the children of the Most High before our people accept that they're the children of the Most High. Let me get Isaiah 44:1. Matter of fact, Isaiah 43:9 NLT.
Isaiah 43:9 in the NLT. Gather the nations together.
Right, the Most High gathering these nations together. Keep going.
Assemble the peoples of the world. Which of their idols has ever foretold such things?
Well, what did your Cornerstone tell you about these prophecies, man? Right? Did the white Jesus and the Christian church ever break down these prophecies for you Negroes and Latinos, man? Never, man. Well, idol, they got the power to do that. Keep going.
Which can predict what will happen tomorrow?
Right? The Most High can predict what's going to happen tomorrow, man. We've been predicting Russia going to bomb America. We've been predicting this since I've been in here was the times of Trump. And in the times of Trump, they were saying it was going to be China. Right? It was going to be China that's going to bomb America. It's not going to be Russia. Trump cool with Russia. Right? But now we see everything we said, everything the Bible said that was going to come to pass is coming to pass. Man. Keep going.
Where are the witnesses of such predictions? Who can verify that they spoke the truth? But you are my witnesses, O Israel, says the Lord. You are my servant. You have been chosen to know me, believe in me, and understand that I alone am God.
Well, we've been chosen, man. We are his witnesses, right? Because we're going through everything he said we was going to go through. Right? We are witnesses to his word. And we understand this Bible. We understand the prophecies of this Bible, and we're witnesses to see everything he said come to pass. Man. He chose us for this. He chose us to do this job. Because no other nation of people has the strength, has the cojones to do this work, man. No other nation of people. You ain't gonna see any nation believing in what they believe in, whether it's Muslims, whether it's Christians, standing on the corners defending what they believe in with what they believe in. We're the only ones that can defend this gospel indefinitely. Keep going.
There is no other God. There never has been.
There is no other God, and there never has been. And the God of this Bible, the God that created the universe, is the God of the Israelites, and the Israelites only. Right? Thus saith the Bible, thus saith the Lord.
Right.
Right? Keep going.
And there never will be.
And there never will be another God. There will never be a God like Yahweh. He is forever. Keep going.
Yes, I am the Lord, and there is no other Savior. First, I predicted your rescue. Then I saved you and proclaimed it to the world.
Right, first, he predicted our rescue coming out of Egypt. And then he proclaimed it to the world. Keep going.
No foreign God has ever done this.
Like no other God done this, but y'all want to worship a rock. Y'all want to worship a white man hanging on a cross. Right? That's not Jesus. Y'all going to be so disappointed in their day, man. Right? No other God predicted the things that was going to happen to you Negroes and Latinos. Right? Keep going.
You are witnesses that I am the only God.
Right? We
as the Lord.
We the only witnesses. Muhammad wasn't a witness. Right? He made no predictions. Right? He didn't say anything was going to happen. But we are the witnesses, man. We are given the scripture and the understanding of the scripture and the prophethood, the children of Israel. And in the last days, there was going to be the Israelites prophesying the downfall of this place. So it's no way in hell that Muhammad could be the last prophet on this earth, man. Right? Y'all have been deceived by these nations. Keep going.
From eternity to eternity, I am God. No one can snatch anyone out of my hand.
Right? The Most High wants you dead. He wants you can't get hit with a straight bullet. There is nothing you can do to get that life out of the hand of the Most High. Keep going.
No one can undo what I have done.
Right? Just because we went into slavery, we ain't gonna be able to undo that. Right? But we can undo that. The Most High gave us a way of repentance. He gave us a sacrifice for our sins so that we can turn back and undo what we did. No other nation can undo what the Most High about to do to them, man. We can't undo what's happening to Israel. We can't undo what's happening in Palestine, to Ukraine, to Russia. This is happening, and it's coming to America. World War III is coming to America. And if we don't turn back to the laws of God and stop following after these Ishmaelites, these Arabs, right? Want to be Muslims, don't want to be Arabs, man. And that has done nothing for our people, but got y'all in prison, got y'all killing each other, got y'all having sex with everybody's wife, right? That God has given us no strength to do anything, man. That God is killing the Muslims over there, man. The God that they serve is killing them. And the so-called Israelis, man. They ain't the God, but the God in this Bible is not the God, it's the God of no one else but you Negroes and Latinos. And that's why we getting punished for our disobedience, and we the only ones getting punished. Keep going.
This is what the Lord says. Your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. For your sakes I will send an army against Babylon.
Right, for our sakes, for the sakes of the Israelites, the Most High is going to send an army against America. The Most High is building Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, Turkey. All these nations, he's building up these nations and going to send them against America, man, for our sake. Keep going.
Forcing the Babylonians to flee in those ships that are so proud of.
Right? And this didn't happen in ancient Babylon. All you got to do is read Daniel 5, and you're going to see how the Babylonians lost their power to the Persians. This ain't happened like this. The Most High told about how he's going to raise these armies to go against this daughter of Babylon, which is America, for us, man. Because all we went from the Babylonians, from a Babylonian captivity to a Persian captivity, man. But the Most High will deliver us from the land of the north and bring us back into the land that he inherited to our forefathers. And we're going to have an everlasting kingdom. Keep going.
I am the Lord, your Holy One, Israel's creator and king.
Right? He's the Lord, the God of Israel, the creator of Israel, and the king of Israel. He is not the king, the God, or the creator of anybody else. The Most High God of this Bible is not dealing with the Arabs. He is not dealing with Palestine. He is not dealing with the Jewish people. No. He's dealing with the children of Israel, and that's why you're burying your kids. That's why your kids is filling up these prison houses. That's why you're filling up these ghettos, and you're the best people on this earth. Because God don't punish. A father don't punish somebody else's kids. He only punishes his kids, and his kids is the only ones getting punished. Keep going.
I am the Lord who opened the way through the waters, making a dry path through the sea.
Because he saved the Israelites from the hands of the Egyptians, from the hands of Pharaoh. He killed the firstborn of the Egyptians. So how does he love everybody? Right? Obviously, he don't care about nobody else but Israel. Keep going.
I brought forth the mighty army of Egypt with all its chariots and horses. I drew them beneath the waves, and they drowned their lives, snuffed out like a smoldering candle wick.
Right, the Most High snuffed out the lives of the Egyptians for the Israelites, man. And he's going to snuff out the lives of these European Caucasians for the Israelites again, man. We're going to get delivered out of Egypt, out of America, just like how we got delivered out of Egypt. We're going to go into the wilderness. We're going to gather our remnant. And then we're going to go to the land. And we're going to have to destroy everybody that comes to the land. Like how the Most High commanded us to do when he brought in Joshua into the land. Right? We're going to destroy all these nations. And we're going to have eternal power over this earth. Man. And it's only going to be 144,000 men of Israel that's going to rule with who the world calls Jesus Christ. So we are here for them. This is who we out here for, man. The soldiers of the Lord, man. Because everybody ain't a soldier of the Most High. Keep going this morning.
But forget all that.
But what?
But forget all that.
Forget all that, right? Go ahead.
It is nothing compared to what I am going to do.
Uh-huh.
For I am about to do something new. See, I've already begun. Do you not see it?
Right? He said, forget what he did for us in Egypt. He about to do something new, and he already started it, man.
Right.
It's already getting started, man. Keep going.
I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. The wild animals in the fields will thank me. The jackals and owls too, for giving them water in the desert.
Right, look at Isaiah 44:1, right? He said, forget about what he did for us in Egypt, because he about to do something new here in America. God. Right? He about to deliver us out of America like he delivered us out of Egypt. And the only way we're going back to the land of Israel is by him getting those people that's occupying their land up out of there, man. Bring that out.
Isaiah 44:1, KJV.
Read this to 9. I don't see.
Isaiah 44:1 to 9 NLT. But now, listen to me. Jacob, my servant, Israel, my chosen one.
Right, the Most High said Jacob is his servant and Israel is his chosen one. And we're not talking about the land of Israel. We're talking about the people of Israel. You blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, y'all are the Israelites. The white man said you was black. He said you was colored. He said you was Negro. He said you was African American, Afro-American. But you are the biblical Israelites. You are the Jews, man. And you Mexicans and you Guatemalans and you Cubans, Puerto Ricans and Colombians, you are the northern tribes of Israel. You are the 10 tribes, the lost tribes of Israel. And y'all got to turn back to the Most High, man, because he's destroying these nations right now. So y'all ain't got much time left. Keep going.
The Lord who made you and helps you says, do not be afraid, O Jacob.
Right, don't be afraid, oh Jacob. But the Ishmaelites better be afraid, man. These Ishmaelites better be afraid, man. Because the Most High is bombing their land, man. The Most High is not dealing with these wannabe Israelites. Right, y'all were polytheists, and then y'all conform to the oneness of God, and that God is the God of Israel and not the God of Ishmael. And that's why the Most High is not protecting your people. That's why your kids' limbs are bombed everywhere around the streets over there in Palestine. And we give all praises to the Most High God. Keep going.
My servant, oh dear Israel, my chosen one. So I will pour out water to quench your thirst.
He gonna pour out water to quench your thirst, man. Because they've been choking us out, man. Right? We've been dry out here. We are valley of dry bones. And he's gonna pour out water for us, man. Keep going.
And to irrigate your parched fields.
And
I will pour out my spirit on your descendants.
the Most High pouring his spirit out on the descendants of Israel. We are the descendants of Israel, and we got the spirit to come out here to gain wisdom and understanding for all wisdom to cry out on the streets. Because it ain't happening in your Muslim mosque, it ain't happening in your Christian church, it ain't happening in your Catholic church, it ain't happening in your kids' school, it ain't happening in the homes, because your parents don't teach your kids nothing, man. These parents ain't teaching these kids nothing but how to bag up weed, how to cut coke, how to load up a gun, how to get away with murder, how to have sex and fool another man's wife. Right? But this wisdom coming from the Lord, man. And he's sending us out here. He's putting the spirit on us, on the descendants. Keep going.
And my blessing on your children.
Right? He's going to pour out his blessing on our children. Because it's the children of our ancestors. We're the children. And Lord willing, we be the men. And Lord willing, it's going to be us, man. Us and everybody putting in this work, that's going to get this promise. That's going to get delivered back into the land of Israel. Because this is the work that he's requiring us to do. And we're the only ones doing it. Those that you see on these street corners teaching these prophecies, teaching your repentance and prophesying the downfall of America, prophesying the downfall of Palestine, prophesying the downfall of these wannabe Jewish people. Right. We the real Jews. The Negroes the real Jews, man. And the so-called Native Indians and Latinos, we are the 10 tribes of Israel. We are the northern kingdom. And we're going to get delivered together out of this land of the north and brought back into the land where them fake Jews get kicked out.
Right.
Keep going.
They will thrive like water grass, like willows on a riverbed. Some will probably claim I belong to the Lord.
Right? We claim that we belong to the Lord. Right? We belong to the Lord. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The wannabe Jewish people over there in the land, they ain't the real Jews. That's why they get bombed. And the Muslims can't worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's why God ain't defending them. Man. Right? God ain't defending the Muslims, man. That's why y'all fill up the prisons. That's why y'all kids get killed. That's why y'all still smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, because the God you serve, you're in idolatry, and that God is doing nothing for you, man. Right? And you teaching your kids nothing but destruction. You better keep the commandments, because it's going to be them that keep the commandments and have the faith in Yahushua that's going to go back in the land and be rulers over this earth, man. Right? Keep on.
Others will say, I am a descendant of Jacob.
Right? We know he's descendant of Jacob. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We saying we belong to the Lord and we are the descendants of Jacob in these last days, man. Keep on.
Some will write the Lord's name on their hands and will take the name of Israel as their own.
Right? What verse you got?
Foolishness of idols.
What you verse 6. Keep on.
This is what the Lord says. Israel's king and redeemer, the Lord of heaven's armies.
Right? Israel's king and redeemer, because he's going to redeem us from every nation that we were scattered to, and probably going to bring us back into the land. Keep going.
I am the first and the last. There is no other God. Who is like me? Let him step forward and prove to you his power.
Right? Let him prove. Let the Muslims prove the power of their God. Right? Why there's no power in the God of the Muslims? Right? Why is there no power in the God of the Jewish? Because there is no power in that, man. Because the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not dealing with Jewish people, and he ain't dealing with the Muslims, man. You Negroes and Latinos of indigenous, patrilineal, indigenous, and Negroid descent, y'all are the biblical Israelites. And y'all got to keep the commandments. If not, y'all going to be ashamed, man. Y'all going to be ashamed that that's all you had to do, to save your little kids, man. Because your little kids getting shot every day in Philly. Right? Little kids calling out, mommy, talking about, mommy, help me, save me. And your kids is dying out here because y'all going to be disobedient to the Most High. Well, he the one killing your kids. He the one bombing Israel. He the one bombing Mecca, bombing Gaza. He allowed the weakest people on this earth to colonize and exploit the strongest people on this earth. Y'all are the weakest. And we're going to enslave your people. Right, keep going.
Who is like me? Let him step forward to prove to you his power. Let him do as I have done since ancient times when I established the people and explained his future. Do not tremble. Do not be afraid. Did I not proclaim my purposes for you long ago? You are my witnesses. Is there any other God? No. There is no other rock. Not one. How foolish are those who manufacture idols?
How foolish are you Negroes and Latinos that bow down to a dumbass stone? How foolish are you Negroes and Latinos that bow down to a white man hanging on the cross? Right. You bowing down to your slave master. Right. How foolish can you Negroes and Latinos be to bow down to a stupid ass stone, thinking that stone is going to change your life? Right. Thinking that stone is a God. Thinking that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is dealing with the Muslims when he's bombing the shit out of them. Right. And he's making a white man lose his power, man. Right. Keep going.
These prized objects are really worthless.
It's worthless, man. That white Jesus is worthless, man. That kufi on your head is worthless, man. That dumbass stone is worthless, man. Keep going.
The people who worship idols don't know this. So they are all put to shame.
Right? You're going to be put to shame, man. Keep worshiping your dollar. Keep worshiping your Instagram, your bag. Your bag is getting destroyed. Right? The American dollar is about to mean nothing. Right? You about to have digital currency. The world getting destroyed for what happened to us. God promised that he was going to destroy these nations for what they did to us. And all people want to worship a dollar. Right? All people want to worship Nicki Minaj. All people want to worship a stupid ass stone, man. But that shit has done nothing for you. And this God of this Bible has done everything that he said he was going to do. Right. Keep going. Who but a fool would make his own God? Right, who but a stupid ass nigga would make his own God? Huh? Right. How y'all bowing down to a fucking rock, thinking that rock is going to prosper your life? Right, bowing down to a cross, thinking that cross was going to save you. You think that these idols is going to save all people, man? They think if we got together like how they did in China, if we made a plan like how the Chinese made a plan, we'll conquer this place, man. The only way we get out of this place is if we keep the commandments. And the Most High is putting this thing into full effect, man. There ain't no book that can prophesy these things. There ain't no imam that's going to show you these prophecies, man. There ain't no imam, there ain't no pastor that's going to show you who you are, man. You better turn back to the Most High, keep his commandments, or it's going to be your kid that's coughing out blood, talk about daddy, help me. Keep going. An idol that cannot help him one bit. Right, an idol like a cobblestone that can't help you Negroes, not one bit. An idol like a white Jesus that has done nothing for you Negroes. It can't help you, not one bit. And has proven year and century after century, man. Y'all been trying this shit for too long and it has done nothing. But we see us wearing fringes. We see us keeping the Sabbath. We see us serving the Most High. And guess what? We're not getting gunned down. Right. We're not feeling, we know we're going to get gunned down, but it's going to be for the Most High. Right. We're going to go to prison, but we ain't in prison for spinning a block. Right. We ain't in prison for selling drugs. But we're going to go to jail for the Most High, man. I'll gladly do that. Just so I can see the fall of America. That's what we out here for the fall of America. To prophesy. Because he ain't going to do nothing until he sent his prophets to warn y'all. And we warning you Negroes and Latinos, man. Y'all better turn to the Most High, or it's going to be your kids turning in their grave, man. Keep going on it. All who worship idols will be disgraced, along with all of these craftsmen, mere humans. Right, everybody that's worshiping idols going to get disgraced, man. We got to keep the commandments of the Most High. Grow your beard out. Stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Stop looking at other men's wives. Wear your fringes. Keep the Sabbath day holy, man. Start with that. Keep going. Who claim they can make a God. Right, they think they can make a God. Right, they made a cobblestone to serve 360 gods. Now they think they can circumvene it 7 times and prostrate it to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Y'all stupid, man. Y'all, all people gotta be stupid for following after these dumbass Arabs. Keep going. They will all stand together, but they will stand in terror and shame. Right? They're gonna stand together. Right? All you Muslims gonna stand together. All you Christians gonna stand together, but y'all gonna be standing in chairs and in shame, man. All right. This morning, keep going. The blacksmith stands at his forge to make a sharp tool. Right? The blacksmith makes a sharp tool, keep going, pounding and shaping it with all his might. His work makes him hungry and weak. It makes him thirsty and faint. Right, this work of these missiles that's dropping on Palestine and got your babies' body parts flying all over the land, right? These missiles that's flying in Israel and destroying these fake Jews, right? This is all the works of the Most High. He's sending the craftsmen to build these weapons, to be used against themselves. Right. Keep going. Then the wood carver measures a block of wood and draws a pattern on it. He works with chisel and plane and carves it into a human figure. He gives it human beauty and puts it in a little shrine. He cuts down cedars. He selects the cypress and the oak. He plants the pipe in the forest to be nourished by the rain. Now, let's go to Isaiah 61 and 1. 1 to 7, and we're going to end this with this. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are the Israelites. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians of patrilineal, Negro, and indigenous descent are the real Jews. 69. One and seven. We just gonna read 7 verses and everything. All right, let's get Isaiah 61:7, KJV. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites. And I'm not talking about the East Indian. You black as shit, but you've never been called a nigga, right? You've never been pulled over by the police, man. The East Indian is blacker than you so-called Negroes and never been to prison. Never got pulled over by the police. So they ain't about color, right? It's about your spirit, man. The Most High fucking y'all up.
Right.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 61, 1-7 in the KJV. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me.
Right, the Spirit of the Lord is upon his servants, those who keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and he give us the Spirit to come out here and prophesy. Keep going.
Because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Right, and we out here preaching good tidings to the meek, to Negroes and Latinos. Keep going.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Right, we came out here to heal the brokenhearted and to proclaim liberty to the captives. And who's the captives? Who's the captives? The captives in America is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the captives to the captors, who's the white man. Keep going.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Right, who's filling up these prisons? Right, the Most High sent us to come out here to preach good tidings to the opening of these prisons that are bound, man. And Lord willing, he open up these prisons, man. He gonna open up these prisons when we start getting locked up in them, man. Keep going.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, the judgment of the Lord. That's what we out here proclaiming to do, to preach good tidings and to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Keep going.
And the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
Right? The day of vengeance of our God is to comfort us. This day of vengeance that we come out here to teach is to comfort you Negroes and Latinos. And this day of vengeance that you see happening on the news, man, this should comfort us.
Right.
Right? This should give us hope. That we ain't just slaves, man. That we knew we was kings this whole time. And all we gotta do is follow the order of kings, and he's gonna put us back in our rightful positions. Right? Keep on.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes.
He's gonna give us beauty for ashes. He's gonna give us beautiful things for the shitty things that we got. Keep going.
The oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
Right, the spirit of happiness, and this is given to Zion. This is given to the children of Israel, who's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Keep going.
That they might be called trees of righteousness.
That we might be called trees of righteousness. And us keeping these law, statutes, and commandments is a righteous thing. And Lord, whether we the trees and our branches and our children will be the trees of righteousness, man. Right? We don't follow after these dirty ass white men, women, and children, man. They ain't nothing but homosexuals, a bunch of damn sister lovers, man. Right? They had sex with their own sister, sucking on a cigarette, teaching our people to do that shit. Keep going.
The planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
Right? That he gonna be glorified. Now we the righteous trees of the planting of the Lord, that he gonna be glorified. You don't see nobody else doing. Nobody care about God out here. That's why your kids are dying out here. Keep going.
And they shall build their own waste.
We gonna build the old waste. We gonna build the land again. When them walls is falling down, we gonna go back into the land, man. And when we destroy these Russians, we gonna rebuild this waste. Keep going.
They shall raise up the former desolations.
We gonna raise up the temple again. Keep going.
And they shall repair the waste cities. The desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks.
And the strangers, these nations is going to feed our children. Right? You're going to be our babysitters, man. You're going to be the nanny. Right? Your wife and your daughters is going to be the nanny to our children. Keep going.
And the sons of And the sons of the alien shall be plowmen in your vine dressers.
Right? The sons of what?
Of your plowmen.
Right? Of the alien. The sons of these
Sons
aliens.
of the
The sons of the people that's not a part of the land is going to be our plowmen, man. They're going to be working in the field. They're going to be planting and picking cotton, man. They're going to be planting and picking sugar cane. Keep going.
shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
Huh?
But ye shall be priests of the Lord.
Right? We're going to be priests of the Lord. Keep going.
Men shall call you the ministers of our God.
Huh?
Ye shall eat the riches of Gentiles.
We're going to eat the riches of these Gentiles. We're going to eat everything that they got. We're going to take everything that they took from us. We're going to take it back with interest, man.
Right.
We're going to eat the riches of these Gentiles. And these Gentiles are heathen nations. Keep going.
And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Right? And in the Most High glory, we're going to boast ourselves. What verse you want? That was 7. Go ahead. Read verse 7.
For your shame ye shall have double.
Right? For our shame, y'all going to get double. Keep going.
And for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion.
Right? In confusion, they're going to rejoice in their portion now.
Therefore in their land they shall possess the double.
Right? We're going to possess double, man. Everything that they took from us, we're going to take it back double, man. We're going to get interest, man. Just like when they put these tickets on our cars, right? And if we don't pay it in 2 weeks, it gets double. And then it gets doubled after that. Right? This is how we're going to treat you. This is how we're going to treat these nations. And this is what's going to happen when we get brought back into this land. It's more
Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
everlasting joy going to be unto the children of Israel. This is what we out here for. This is what we believe, man. And it's more than just faith. Right? We know these things, man. We know this God is real. We know that nothing can create everything. We know that it's impossible, scientifically impossible, that nothing can create everything. We know that there ain't no book falling from the sky already written, paged up, making sense. So we know that the Most High created this earth, man. And the Most High created blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be better, to be special, to be different than everybody else, man. And he scattered us for our disobedience. And when we come back, when we repent, he gonna start destroying these nations, get these fake Jews out of their land, and he gonna bring us back into it. Right? Everything happening in this earth today is because of the repentance of the Israelites, because of the repentance of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Muslims getting bombed, the Jewish people getting bombed, is because we repenting and keeping these commandments. Right? Because we gonna get rulership over this earth, man. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the future slave masters of all these other nations. And if y'all want to follow after y'all idols, we're going to see what these idols is doing, man. Right? The Jewish people, they serving a God that's doing nothing for them, man. And the Palestinians, the Muslims are serving a God that's doing nothing for them. Right? They getting bombed over there, man. That God is not fucking with them. So with that, you Negroes and Latinos better repent, turn back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, keep the commandments of the Most High, and if you don't, you're going to be ashamed. Your kids going to melt in thermonuclear destruction, because thermonuclear destruction coming for America. With that, we're going to say, Kortha Palafa Yahweh Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shah and Mawaf Level Ball.